Hola, bienvenidos a un repaso a Español 2 para Español 2. En este video yo voy a hablarles acerca del tenso pasado o el tenso pretérito. Pretérito pasado está bien. Okay, today in this video I'm going to teach you how to speak in the past tense and give you a review. You can find this information in página 152 on page 152. And so once again we have AR, IR, and ER verbs. So words that end in those things are typically verbs, action words in Spanish. And we have to remember the pronouns. Yo, tú, él, ella, usted, and nosotros, nosotras, ellos, ellas, and ustedes. Notice that there's only one pronoun that's capitalized in Spanish. Well, there are two, and it's usted and ustedes. So the formal you, or the y'all. Now I'm not teaching you this form right here, the vosotros form, and the reason I'm not going to teach you that, I don't want to spend your time learning something that is only used in Spain versus the rest of the world. Now if you go to Spain, you'll pick up vosotros just fine. So in the whole world, in Spain and everywhere else that speaks Spanish, people say, hola, ¿cómo estás? Hi, how are you? And in the vosotros form, people will say, hola, so y'all form for familiar y'all, ¿cómo estáis? And estás, estáis, it's similar enough for you to understand what's being asked, okay? So for AR, let me move this a little bit. For AR, you take off the AR and say haste, o, amos, aron. And for IR and ER verbs, it's iste, yo, imos, yeron. You notice that the amos and the imos are the same for the present tense for IR verbs and AR verbs. It's just that ER verbs take on the conjugation of the IR verbs in this. So for example, I would say if we had hablar, I'd take off that AR. If I wanted to say I spoke, I would say yo hablé. Tú hablaste, él habló, ella habló, usted habló. Nosotros hablamos, nosotras hablamos, ellos hablaron, ellas hablaron, ustedes hablaron. And if we had vivir, and we'll do comer again too, I would say yo comí, tú comiste, él comió, ella comió, usted comió. Nosotros comimos, nosotras comimos, ellos comieron, ellas comieron, ustedes comieron. Or if we did vivir, it would be yo viví, tú viviste, él vivió, ella vivió, usted vivió. Nosotros vivimos, nosotras vivimos, ellos vivieron, ellas vivieron, ustedes vivieron. And once again, you can find that on page 152. I would encourage you to take not just those three verbs I used, vivir, hablar, and comer, but all the verbs that you know, and practice them. And you can practice them conjugating them, making them say what you want while you're in the shower, for example, or while you're waiting for dinner, or while you're watering the cows. I don't know what you do. I have a cow around here. It takes a little while to water the cow. Or while you're feeding the cats. Yo tengo 15 gatos. 15 gatos. 10 adultos y 5 gatitos. So, if I were you, while I was feeding my kittens and cats, I would be practicing not just with 1 or 2 or 3 verbs, but with a lot of them, so that you can get used to saying the conjugations. Or while you're feeding your chickens. How many chickens do I have? I think I have, let's see. There are 3 adolescents, 3 babies, so that makes 6. 2, 3 roosters, so 9. I think I have 10 chickens running around here right now. Hopefully soon we'll have more. One never knows. One never knows. But while I'm feeding the chickens and throwing them out grain, then I'd be saying something like, with the verb tomar. Tomar means to drink or to take. Yo tomo, tú tomas. Él toma, ella toma, usted toma. Nosotros tomamos, nosotras tomamos. Ellos toman, ellas toman, ustedes toman. Or I would think, maybe I would do, that would be in the present tense I just did for you. So, pardon me. Yo tomé, tú tomaste, él tomó, ella tomó, usted tomó, nosotros tomamos, nosotras tomamos, ellos tomaron, ustedes tomaron. So practice both the present and the past or the preterite tense. Because there's another past tense that I'm going to teach you this semester that's called the imperfect past tense. El pasado imperfecto. El tenso pasado imperfecto. Which is for not specific instances, but which in English we say, I used to visit my grandma on Sundays. Or when I was little, I was walking down the street, and that's how you put that walking down the street in the imperfect past tense. Muy bien. Muchísimas gracias. Que te vaya bien. I hope everything goes well for you. Adiós. Ciao.